Hello everyone, I am Soras Pandey. This is SQL Depository, and today we will talk about deadlocks in MySQL. So what exactly the deadlock is? What is the deadlock? To understand the deadlock, the simple explanation of deadlock that I can give is deadlock is a situation where two or more transactions will stuck with each other and they will have nowhere to proceed. They cannot proceed further. For an example, there is a transaction 1 which has acquired exclusive lock on table 1. Then there is another transaction which is transaction 2 and it has acquired the exactly same exclusive lock but on table 2. Now, if transaction 1 will request for the exclusive lock on table 2, it will have to go under the blocking because transaction 2 has already acquired the lock on table 2 and this is exclusive lock. Exclusive lock is not compatible with any kind of lock. So transaction 1 will have to wait and this scenario will be called as blocking. But now if transaction 2 comes back and it says that I need the exclusive lock on table 1, at this time that blocking will convert into deadlock because now transaction 2 is being blocked by transaction 1 as transaction 1 has the exclusive lock on transaction on table 1, right? So transaction 2 cannot acquire the lock on table 1 until transaction 1 will not release. So transaction 2 is being blocked by transaction 1, transaction 1 is being blocked by transaction 2. It is a deadlock scenario. No, now none of the transaction can proceed further. So this is an example of a deadlock between two transactions, but it can happen between two or more transactions. For an example, the transaction T1 is being blocked by transaction T2, T2 is blocked by T3 and T3 is now blocked by T1 and the deadlock happened. So now T3 cannot proceed because T1 will not release the lock until it will not complete its work. And T2 cannot proceed because T3 will not release the lock because it is unable to complete its work. Now, again, T1 cannot proceed further because T2 is not releasing the lock and it is unable to acquire the lock that it wants. So in that case, none of them can proceed further. So MySQL will have to resolve the issue by killing one of the transactions. Suppose for an example, it will decide to kill transaction T3 and decision will be, it will make the decision by one point that whichever transaction is easier to roll back, it will kill that transaction so that the rollback will be easy and it will be quick as well, right? So in that case, as soon as T3 is killed and roll back, it will release the lock and T2 can start running, right? And once T2 will complete, T1 will also start running as it can acquire the lock now. So this is the dependency and one of the transaction has to be killed and roll back in case of deadlock. Now let's look at the deadlock in the real-time scenario with the real queries on employees database. Now employees database is available online in the official Oracle site, so you can go ahead and download employees database for MySQL and you can restore it in your environment, and then I will provide all my queries and you can go ahead and replicate the exactly same deadlock scenario in your environment as well. So let me explain those queries first. In the transaction 1, what I'm doing is I'm starting a transaction and then I'm updating employees table and I'm updating birth date column for the employee ID 10001. And then transaction will go under sleep for 20 seconds and then it will run the update on salaries table where it is updating the salary column for employee number 10001 and from date is this. Now there is another transaction that I will run. As soon as I'll run this transaction, I will immediately go ahead and execute this transaction as well. Here it will update the salaries table first and then it will go on sleep and then it will update the exactly same record for employees table. So here you can see that it will acquire the lock on the employees table first and then it will go in sleep, and when it is in sleep I will execute this command and it will acquire the lock in the salaries table. Now when this command will run after 20 seconds, it will get blocked because it cannot acquire the lock. This transaction has already acquired the lock on salaries table, right? And then it will go for sleep for 20 seconds and then it will demand for the lock on employees table, but this transaction has already acquired the lock on employees table. So this will become the deadlock scenario in that case, and then one of the query has to be killed. So let me go ahead and execute these two commands, these two transactions under two different sessions. Okay, so let me copy this one first. And I'm using employees database. So first let me change the database or schema. And I'll do the same thing in one more session. Okay, now both the sessions are connected to employees database or schema, whatever you want to call it. And this transaction is started. I'll quickly go back and copy this command or this transaction, and I'll go to another window and I'll execute this command. And now I'll go back here. After some time, you will see that it will start running the update on the salaries table, but it will get blocked because this has acquired the lock on the salaries table already. So now you can see this command is running, but it is unable to complete because it cannot acquire the lock. But once this 20 seconds will complete, it will try to run the other command, and it has already done it. And then deadlock happened, and this transaction was chosen as deadlock victim, and this command or this transaction was killed and rolled back. And if you'll go back to this command, you can see that this update has completed now, and deadlock scenario was resolved by killing this transaction. Okay, so far so good. You now know how deadlock happened between two transactions, and it may occur between multiple transactions as well, where two or more transactions are involved, which is perfectly fine. But now here I am replicating the deadlock scenario, so I have all the queries and IDs, everything, right? But in case of application causing this issue, application queries are causing this issue, you will have to find the queries, the transaction IDs, the thread IDs, everything to troubleshoot the issue. So now what queries you can use to find all these details about the deadlock? So let me go back and let me show you this command, which is show engine InnoDB status. Let me go ahead and execute this, and then I'll explain this command. Okay, so this command actually contains the latest deadlock that was encountered. So the last one. So if I'll go up and under latest detected deadlock, you can see deadlock information, where you can see transaction 1, and then you can see the update that it was running. And also you can see that waiting for this lock to be granted, and it was waiting for the lock to be, for the lock on employees.salaries table. Employees the schema and salaries is the table, right? Also, you can see the thread ID here, which is very, very important. You have to note it down. So the thread ID is 14. Okay. So the first command, which is the deadlock winner, was waiting for lock to be acquired on salaries table, and ultimately it got the lock and it ran the query. But if you go down, you can also see the information about transaction 2. And you can see this command, the employees table. And if I'll have to show this command, the command on employees table, this is the second command. And in the same transaction, it has run one more command, which is on salaries table, but you cannot find it here. You can only find the command which was, available at the time of deadlock. So it was running the update on the salary, the employee table. And the other transaction, which was deadlock winner, it was running the update command on the salaries table. So here you can see two information for transaction 2. First thing, holds the lock. So it holds the lock on employees.salaries table. Employees the schema or database, and salaries is the table. And then it was waiting for the lock to be granted on employees.employees table. So it was waiting for the lock on employees table, right? But then you can also see this was rolled back. Right? So you have the deadlock information here, but there is one more information that you can see here, which is thread ID 16. So the thread ID 14 and thread ID 16 was involved. And there is one piece of information that is missing is, which is, if you look at the transaction 1, you can understand that it was asking for the lock on salaries table because it is running a update command on salaries table. So it demanded for the lock on salaries table, which is fine. But if you'll come down here, this guy was asking for the lock on the employees table, and it already had the lock on salaries table. You can understand that this guy want the lock on employees table because it is running an update on the employees table. But for what it has acquired the lock on salaries table, and if this lock was not available for this transaction, then transaction 1 must have acquired the lock on the employees table. So you don't know the queries for which transaction 1 has acquired the lock on employees table and transaction 2 has acquired the lock on the salaries table, right? So how exactly you can figure it out? So you have two pieces of information, which is thread ID 14 and thread ID 16. 14 is for deadlock winner and 16 is for deadlock victim, right? Okay, so there is another command which I'm going to use here, and this is this command. And 14, first I'll run for 14, which was deadlock winner. And there is a table which is events statement history table under performance schema database or schema. You can query this table for process list ID 14, and you can find lots of other details as well. So let me go ahead and execute this command. Let me come down and paste, and yes, done. So if you'll go up, the first command that you see that this transaction or this process ID has run is the start transaction, which is fine. Go a little more up and you will find the actual commands that I have run. Okay, here you can see the command on salaries table where I was updating the salary to 80,000 for employee number 1000. Date is this. And if you'll go to deadlock winner, you can see that, yeah. So this is the piece of information that was available in the log, in the deadlock log also. So this is something that you already know, but you can find it from here as well. So salaries table, which is fine, we already know that. But if you'll scroll a little up, you can see a do sleep command, which we don't know, which we know that this command cannot cause the blocking or deadlock. But then there is another command which is on employees table, and where I'm updating the birth date to 23 for employee number 1001. And if you go to deadlock winner, and you can find that this was the first command that I have run, and for this command it has acquired the lock on the employees table, but it did not release because I did not roll back or commit yet. In your scenario, there is a possibility that the other command is still running, or some other reason it did not release the lock. So you will have to figure it out, but you have the command now. But there is one command which is still missing, which is for the deadlock victim. And let me change the process ID to 16, which is for deadlock victim. And if you scroll up, you can see start transaction, which is fine. Let me go up a bit. And here you can see update on employees table, where I'm updating the birth date to 24 for employee number 1001. And this piece of information was already available in log, but you can find it from here as well. And this is the second command that I have run under this transaction, which was encountered as when it was encountered as deadlock, and this is under deadlock victim. Okay, but the other command which was missing in log, if you go and scroll up a bit, do sleep, which is fine, and here you can find the other command as well. So now you know for what query it has acquired the lock on the salaries table, and the other thread ID, which was the deadlock winner, for what it acquired the lock on the employees table. Now you have all the commands which was which was running under the same transaction. So you have the good knowledge about the deadlock that happened in your environment, and now you are ready to troubleshoot, right? But there is one more thing. The command that I have shown, which is show engine InnoDB status, it contains only the latest encountered deadlock, the last one. But there is a possibility that your environment had too many deadlocks, and there were different types of deadlock where different queries were running. And you want the information information about each and every deadlock. Then you cannot find it in show engine InnoDB status. For that, you will have to enable the deadlock logging. And how exactly you can enable the deadlock logging? So let me run this command, and you don't have to write any command. I'll provide all the commands in the description, so you can copy it directly from there. So I'm going to run show variables like deadlock, and I'm going to do a wildcard search. So this is required, and okay. So this variable InnoDB print all deadlocks, I will have to enable it for to start logging all the deadlocks. So I'm going to run command set global InnoDB print all deadlocks equals to on. And now your deadlock logging is enabled. Now if any deadlock will happen, it will be written in the MySQL log. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll back this transaction and this one as well, although it is already killed and rolled back, but that's fine. And I'm gonna create the deadlock again, and this time the deadlock will be written in the log as well. So let me go ahead and copy the exactly same queries to replicate a deadlock scenario again. So this is fine now, and the other transaction that I have to run is here. Oops. And this has also run, so I will have to wait for some seconds, and then the other command will run. And right now this command is being blocked by this command, and once this 20 seconds will complete, the blocking will convert into deadlock. Okay, so we will have to wait for a few seconds. Which will complete anytime soon. Okay, now it is completed. So you can see this command was again deadlock victim, and this one was deadlock winner, and the other query is already completed, as you can see, and deadlock has already happened. So now, how can we see the deadlock information in the MySQL D log? So for that, I will have to exit first, and then I will have to run cat command on my MySQL D log file. So in my case, it is placed under the default location, which is where log, and the file name is mysqld.log. But in your case, the log file name or the path could be different. So you can always go ahead and check your my.cnf file or whatever config file name you have given, and you can find this path there. So when you will hit enter, you can find lots of detail, but the last detail that you can see here is related to the latest deadlock. So let me copy this information first. So there is lots of information, but scrolling up and down is little weird here. So I'm gonna copy this command in a note. So let me open new tab and gedit. Let me paste it here. Okay, there is lots of information that is copied, but I'm only interested about that deadlock transactions. Let me go up little, and you can see an entry here which says transaction deadlock detected, dumping detailed information. So this is where you have to start, and then you can find the exactly same information here as well. But this time it will write each and every deadlock information. So the same information which is for transaction 1, you can find the thread ID. Okay, this belongs to I guess any other deadlock. Okay, I've run it again. It was under thread ID 4, which is fine. You can again use the same command for the new thread IDs, and but you will see the exactly same detail that you have already seen. For the deadlock victim, you can see the update command. It holds the lock on the salaries table. Let me go up to show the update command. So we roll back transaction 2. It was waiting for employees.employees table, which we already know. Let me go up, and here you can see for transaction 1 the command, the log that it holds. Sorry, for transaction 2 the command and the log that it holds, and the log that it requested, and then it was killed and rolled back. But if you'll go a little up, you can see the information about the deadlock winner under the transaction 1, which is the update command here, and here also you can find the thread ID, and then you can also see those details of the deadlock as well. So this is how you can find the deadlock in the MySQL D log. But first you have to enable the deadlock logging, and once you have enabled it, you will all the deadlocks will be printed inside the MySQL D.log file, and you can always go ahead and review the deadlock information from there. Okay, although this information that I have copied is for another deadlock, but I just wanted to show you that this will be the exactly same deadlock information that you find in SoEngine InnoDB status, but it is just it will write each and every deadlock. And if you want to see here the exactly same information that I've copied, you can see here as well. If I'll go a little up here, and you can find waiting for log to be granted, and the log that it acquired already. A little more up, you can see transaction 1 information as well. Under the access denied, I went little more up. Okay, so here you can see all the same information as well. So you can see the exactly same information. If you are just interested in the latest one, You can always review from so engine DB status. But if you are interested in all the deadlocks, then you have to enable the deadlock logging, and then it will write all the deadlocks for you. So this is what I wanted to cover in this video. In the next video, I will cover few tips and tricks to troubleshoot these kind of deadlock issues, what you can do from your side to prevent these kind of incidents. Okay, so this is what I wanted to cover, and again, thanks for watching.